Hello, this is Brett with WIPDeveloper.com. Since we have our Salesforce DX project created, we should create a Scratch org so we can push our code there and see it in action. With Visual Studio Code opened to our project, let's open up the command palette by pressing Command-Shift-P or Control-Shift-P if you're on Windows. What we're going to do is use the sfdx command to create a default Scratch org. So sfdx, create a default Scratch org. I just typed sfdx:create, and it is the first option. Selecting that, it's going to bring up the option to choose the definition. We only have one definition file in this project, so let's choose project scratch def.json. It'll ask for an alias for the org next. I'm going to leave it the default LWC first look. Next, it asks for the number of days to have the Scratch org alive. I'll leave it at the default here as well, which is 7. It'll take a moment to create the Scratch org. Once this is done, we should receive a message that says our Scratch org was created successfully. And here it says successfully created Scratch org. Has the ID of the org and the username. To get into our Scratch org, open up the command palette again. And we're going to look for the open default Scratch org. So sfdx open default Scratch org, and I'll just choose that from the drop down. It's going to pop open a tab in your default browser. And this is our default Scratch org. Remember, our Scratch org had a username of test-pq7sqn17pafh at example.com, which is super easy to remember. But we can go into our user settings and see if it's the same user. I apparently have some ad blocking going on. There. Now we can see test-pq7sqn17pafh at example.com. Now that we have a Scratch org, we can create a Lightning Web component next and push it to the Scratch org and see it in action. That's all for now. Remember to sign up for the weekly stand-up, and you can get updated with any new information at WIPdeveloper.com.